Okay, there we go. Welcome, everybody. We are on Kharkov. Gonna jump on in here, start a squad. Oh, we just came from... Actually, no, this will work. Just came from Armageddon night. Now we're in Kharkov night. Perfect. Keep my brightness at 200%. Amatotter in the SBA. Rolling up to the front. Kharkov, we have distillery as the midpoint over there. Let's go zoom on over to distillery. Now on the 30 versus 30, it's going to be a lot of open space for Kharkov. Yes, so much open space. So much space they're not going to know what to do with it all. A lot of opportunity for shenanigans from both sides. We're going to have distillery, lumberyard, windmill, hillside up there as the 4th for the Soviets and the lumberyard for the 4th for the Axis. This is a Hell Let Loose classic league where we have 11th and 27th teaming up together. I think I also saw some PZLD fellas subbing on in, possibly, maybe not, versus XCV and Clan. I love that. I saw that logo and I went, oh, that's perfect. You know, we can't come up with a clan name, so why not just make it the original? Kind of like the Cleveland Browns when it doesn't have a logo. It is the helmet, the orange helmet. The only team without a logo. I think that still stands. I don't think a team is also joined that doesn't have a logo. Axis getting ready up here on the front. P4 over to our right. Brumbar active to our left. And we'll see what happens, everybody. 30s can be very entertaining, as the map is in no way covered. So much open space to work with. I am your host, Smithers, and if you're enjoying the stream as you're watching it, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. Oh, we got one truck snipe, baby. We sure do. Over here to the right, the Axis lose one truck. Axis fire back. I totally didn't even think about truck snipes. Whole bunch of blueberries jump out. And here we go. Supply truck down to the bottom. Florida man jumps on out. Artillery round lands. Takes out a couple. And the Axis get a couple bodies on in here. Recon tank over to the right. Supply truck over to the back. We get the light up to the top. And then the P4 farther up. Opening Luke's gets popped already. Clown car going over to the right. So is the Puma. Two-person Puma versus a one-person clown car. JPL inside this one. JPL. Oh, ricochet for the first shot. Down she goes. All right, so the one-person clown car defeats the two-person Puma. Beatbox, though, cleans up. St. Vlad down to the bottom, coming around. St. Vlad. Oh! Loses the fight against the Gewehr. Alrighty, what do we got? We have Soviet 2 spawns up here to the north. They got a couple OPs around. 1 OP by Church. Yeah, the Soviets are going to need some extra bodies into the Hardcat. The T-70 may push forward and just try to provide some cap weight. They're a little bit to the back, but it should be doable if they need to. They're going to hold on a little bit farther away, just trying to avoid those AT rocket rounds. Ooh, shot sails on over. Yeah, T-70 just needs a little bit of coverage. They're kind of out in the open right now. Blueberry's pushing over to the east. Could have a chance for a little bit of a wrap here behind the axis. Sharded pushing forward. I sharded, excuse me. Nails him. Beatbox gets a little bit of revenge for his buddy. Okay, cap progress goes back in favor of the Axis. Ticking on back their way. Katyusha strike called into the south side. A little bit on the border. Looks like it's going to be a little bit too far away from that garrison, but we'll see if we get to catch maybe a stray rocket heading that way. Blueberry's getting back into the hard camp. 3 garrisons established. We have General Disarray commanding tonight for 27th. Driving around in the supply truck, getting that ready to go. JPL gets 3 right there, I think, behind the building. 2 headshots. Or 1 headshot, 2 headshot, 1 headshot, and 2 solid other. Goes up into the roof. Gonna look out to the opposite side with a PPSH. Gets 1. Gets 2. That's number 5 for JPL. Pulls out the bazooka. Gonna go for the outpost. Oh, very nice. Got some cobwebs up here. Okay, and the cap progress has moved back on towards 27th and 11th. XCV and Clan getting forced out here just a little bit. No real hard cap pressure like they had before. Church control looks solid. General Disarray. I think most of the garrisons are set up, at least for right now. I'm going to save some Gary spots for this midpoint cap. Okay, there we go. Already our first cap comes into the game just over 10 minutes in. Going to 27th and 11th here on Kharkov over XCV and Clan. Hour and 19 minutes left to go. So plenty of time for things to happen. Cattle Cowboy taking getting some repair action here behind the shed for the T-70. No fourth point plays yet. We do have the Axis Commander tonight, Chick-fil-A. Some delicious Chick-fil-A, man. Tell you what, those breakfast bites, those breakfast chicken bites with the honey or maple infused bun, whatever it may be. Oh my gosh, I feel like you can eat 30 of those things. Sit down and pack them away like no other. Irresistible. Strafing run goes into the back and it goes north to south. I think that was must have been a Soviet strafing run. Have to see if the Axis planned a little airhead action. You remember in 30s, you gotta remember that the bodies you have to cover so much ground, it's not possible. Which makes airheads all the more likely to work out. Plus, you're working with a whole bunch of extra resources. Get to one at least. Explosion happens behind the building for the transport truck. T-70 making a little push here. Oh, no they aren't. Open snowy fields. And don't worry if I go quiet for a little bit, everybody. Just gonna try to get some ASMR action. For 30s, when it comes to wide open maps like this, there's gonna be a lot of downtime. Unless you're on a map like, unless you have a point like SME Church, SMDMA Network, where everything's really concentrated and there's plenty of spots to get spawns up and flank around. On Kharkov, you have all this snowy ground, which is going to allow people to die a whole bunch as they push and push and push. But from a streaming standpoint, makes some great times to get some good cinematic shots. So we'll see what we can capture here over the course of the match. Bombing run comes through the Axis on the left side. We do have an airhead called in down below that building right there. Very good airhead. Got plenty of coverage around it. Axis bottling up here behind the house. Got a few blue raspberries that are pushing out. The Brumbar has pushed up here. We got Cool inside this one. Right here, almost point blank range, pumping those rounds into the middle of their distillery. No fourth point plays yet for the Axis. We need to see maybe a half track or airhead, but nothing so far. They just want to play it nice and tight here. Trying to clear the Axis out before they try to commit to any attack. Hands are for point blank range. Katusha falling right down to the bottom. So the Brumbar did get destroyed, remember. Everything looks okay for the Axis. They have a pretty good attack going. No real weak points in their line. Let's go over by St. Mary's. See what we got going on over here. Bilbo nails the shot on top of the church. Gonna push inside. John Pork lost sauce in front of him. John Pork catches him to his side. Distillery looks fine. They were losing it a little bit, but it looks okay now. Explosion goes off. I don't think it got too many. We do have a tiger, I think. No, panther. Panther pushing up over here to the right. No! Ran over Taco Wolf. Oh, no. Oh, poor Taco. Peace strikes are ready to go for both sides here in about 5 seconds. Once again, no threat to Lumberyard. Everything is A-okay there. Only, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on. We lost something over to our right. We lost an IS-1. The heavy pushed up real far. I'm guessing they got satcheled because I don't think I heard the tank shells go off. I fly for fun. I think he was able to nail it. Supplies coming into the back. 370 munitions, 936 manpower, 670 fuel for the Soviets. Don't know what the Axis situation is like, but The line looks healthy, so they can't be bleeding out too much. Thought Pharaoh was going to try to jump through the window, but he maybe couldn't fit through. Panther's going to back up here. Yeah, a little bit too far away for Panther to do anything now, or for Pharaoh's lair. Bar has taken up a new position over here behind this house. Nice little safe area. Got the building to cover to the right. Jumps out of the tank. Since on console I've discovered that you cannot switch positions inside the tank or vehicle you're in. You have to get out and jump back into the other spot. Bar's going to be a little bit exposed. We have a T-34 to the top right, and then another T-34 along with a SPA. Snoochie Boochie. Waiting for something to go on. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of expected something to go over here to the left or something, just to get some type of red zone and leak some threat over to Lumberyard. That's what you usually see in these smaller matchups, since there's just so much more open ground. But not today. 27th and 11th have a little bit more conservative strategy, which is totally fine. Redacted. Doesn't make it. You know those open field pushes on Utah, Kharkov, Foy. You never know if they're going to work. I mean, maybe 5% of the time they do. At 5%, man, the enemy's not paying attention. Make it across the open field. And next thing you know, you're in a prime spot to satchel a tank, put up a garrison, OP. Sometimes it's worth the risk. Florida man on the AT gun. Panther's going to get to safety, I think. They just got to squeeze a little bit more, maybe. Just a little bit more. The window may be in their way, though. Maybe they're okay. The AT gun trying to point over there, but I don't think they're going to have a shot through the trees and stuff. But we do have the AT player. Oh. Round comes in. Oh, I think that was the T-34. I think did they have an angle, or was that the AT gun? Okay, not too sure. It was one or the other. And the Soviets have begun to push out just a smidgen, but the Axis still have really good map control. A few garrisons go over here to the west side. Some blueberries leaking around. We have item squad. Lost sauce going over to the rears. Could potentially sneak an airhead right here for the Soviets, but obviously, as a commander, you won't, or it's, you know, very hard to guess that that area is going to be open like that. But on console, man, those airhead sounds are so freaking quiet. I totally see how they could work. Unless you have somebody back on defense that's super quiet and just staring up at the sky and just watching. Maybe with a nice pair of binos. They're not gonna get a couple frags the entire game, man. But God, those airheads. That's so freaking quiet. Recon plane going up on the front line. Katusha and bombing run called at the same time. Soviets begin to make a lot more ground up here. Need a garrison on the border, though. Looking for a garrison up to the north. Blueberries begin to push on down. I mean, okay, maybe that's why. These are just blueberries. The squad lead's still... squad lead's not even with them. St. Vlad, Florida man. Shiloh. Vodka meat sauce. T-34 takes a rocket from Fools. Or no, Puma. So, Puma. Puma gets wiped by Fools. Axis have one OP down here to the bottom. So the Soviets do have a chance over here on the right side to push. Fools makes his way into the hard camp. Does have the rocket loadout, remember? Not too sure how many rockets he has left. No! Papa Salami. Gets him from the doorway. Item squad harassing into the back. We got 100 supplies down there ready to go. No look to put down a red zone garrison, I think, momentarily. Rumbar gets popped. Axis allocate a few more raspberries over here to the right, though. For those of you just joining me, I am your host tonight, Smithers, for this Hell Let Loose Classic League matchup between 11th and 27th versus XCV and Clan here on Kharkov with Distillery as that point. So far we have seen one capture going to the Soviets. They've gained a little bit of ground here and looking to maybe make a front door push. 2 garrisons go up. That's good to see. 2 garrisons to assist the attack on Lumberyard. Axis are getting pushed back here a little bit. Axis trying to reallocate. Maybe it's a push over here to the right. No real backline shenanigans taking place. We do have a garrison place put down here north of hay storage, so that acts as a backline spawn, but also a potential launch point to 5th. T-34 gets clapped up here on the front. Soviets able to make some ground, but can they punch through the German defenses? The other T-34, it sure is. 2 mediums get wasted. The Axis have a little bit of armor rebound going on. We have... Actually, I'm not too sure. You know, sometimes with these red outlines, just the red on red, it's so tough. Did hear a plane go above, I thought, but maybe not. Okay, we have one Tiger coming, or one Heavy coming down to the bottom. Oh, those are the SPA rounds. That's what that is. some movement down to the back, just a little bit though. Got a Sarah's working over here to the rears with Lost Sauce. So that garrison, once again, very useful as it allows you to leak SLs into the back line, and plus, like I said before, gonna have a chance to launch onto 5th. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. One squad lead has snuck around, formed recon over there to the west side of distillery. And one squad lead in 30 versus 30s, man. Sometimes that's all you need to get some decent pressure. Especially if they could win their frags. Gonna look to set up the OP right there. Beer Destroyer. Takes a shot to the neck, but continues on. Tavs is going to hear him bandaging. Good shot there by Tavs. Katusha called on in, and the Axis commander may think about a little bit of a P-strike. Right there in the middle of distillery. Katusha going up to the front line. We have the heavy over there. We have the Brumbar. Axis once again the Soviets able to get up to the front, but just can't get too much farther yet. Shout out to Purple Mastery. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the support. Taco Wolf has not had a good time today. It's the second time I think I caught on stream he's got ran over by his friendly tank. Spawn wave comes in and gets absolutely decimated by the P4 crew. Rolled up to the garrison just in time. Perfect. The Panzer IV is going to continue on here. Takes one shot, though, as soon as they cross outside. Oh. No. The Soviet tank crew gets him. Legion and Ghetto Cowboy inside this one. Satchel goes off in the building and clears it. Okay, and the Axis have pretty much squashed that push by the Soviets. Got a little bit more movement over down here, but nothing too serious yet. Just a few Raz Blueberries. Gonna be harassing the enemy garrisons. Item squad slowly getting surrounded back there. 2 Axis tanks around them. Lumberyard looks all okay. Distillery, we have option for recon. Could get a garrison back there on the border and maybe catch the Soviets totally by surprise. One crew moving around front door to free up some of these positions. Everybody just trying, man. Trying to get something to work here. IS-1 rolls around and takes out the P-4. John Pork over to the back. I wonder if he was able to get a satchel on a heavy. Let's go zoom over back there and see if there's a carcass lying around. We got one dead panther right there, so that may have been it. Everything else looks pretty stable. They did find that garrison over there to the west, so that's been taken out. Katyusha falling up to the fronts, backup supplies for the Axis over here to the rears. 1330 fuel, 1,000 plus manpower. Oh, I fly for fun. Able to line up those shots with the MP40. I really wonder what the max number of people are. I wonder what the average is for the Katyusha straight is. I'm trying to say. Yeah. And especially in the 30s. I don't know how much you're going to be able to get with it. The enemy is not attacking 30 people. You subtract 6 out of that for tankers, 24 infantry minus the commander, 25, or sorry, 23. IS-1 gets satcheled over to our right, and it looks like Jobham, nope, Jobham is a Kar 98. So somebody else is doing. Man, I'm just missing these satchels tonight. Dunny loses the fight against the STG. Papa Salami. Sometimes the POV doesn't unlock right away. I'm trying to press the button. Does it unlock? Charlie Squad is penetrated over there to the back. Charlie Squad. T-70 maybe? Oh, it was a T-34. They tried to push their way forward, but the Panther IV was able to catch them. North Rage, Pincer, Bo. If you're just joining me tonight, everybody, we are in the Hell Let Loose Classic League for this matchup between 27th and 11th Coalition versus XCV and Clan. We're on Kharkov with Distillery as the midpoint. So far, we have seen one capture, believe it or not, just one. Sides have been going back and forth. No real breakthroughs from anybody. We saw the Soviets push down to the south, but the Axis have pushed them back a couple times now. Not able to really break through into 4. And to be honest, I have no idea which way this is going to go. Neither side, I don't think, has used an airhead yet. I mean, airheads on console are so powerful with the sound, so we have plenty of resources for the Soviets, and I'm assuming the same is for the Axis. Even an airhead in the hardcat, man, against a 30s team who may not catch it. I mean, just not what I'm saying is not that many bodies are there to listen to it. Yeah, you may catch them at the right time. Beer Destroyer, though, back here for that very reason. Looking to catch any one of those that the Axis may give a shot. So far, so clear, though. Artillery strikes called into the front line from the Soviets. Looking to free that up just a little bit. One node has been taken out, actually. Some fella from... Yeah, I've actually paid attention to nodes. I cast so many leagues where nodes are indestructible that I very rarely look at the nodes. But in the Hell Let Loose Classic, if I remember correctly, it's anything goes. And you can take out nodes here. So we are missing 1 munitions. Panzer IV is pushed up. They are well marked. Shot comes into the left from Florida Man. good long-range rocket. One from the right, St. Lad. Oh, Florida man shot. The second one just did not have the distance. Oh, man, Florida man. Ricochet, but still, very nice shot. North Ragico must be going, man, there you are, sticking those long-range rockets. Hey, let's back up just a little bit further. And they may not be able to just chill here. One more rocket without any repairs, and I think they're donezo. I think they're going to be just fine. Don't see anyone else nearby. We have a Panzer IV right there. We got a Brumbar pushing over to the right. Round comes in to the left from the recon tank, the clown car. Clown cars don't think be able to penetrate from there. Got to sneak it around to the back. Side pin will not work out for them. Clown cars making a push there. Oh, no, they do not. Commander Chick-fil-A in the hard cap, monitoring the chevrons, trying to figure out what on earth can I do to get this team ahead 3-2. The line is holding, which is a good sign for the gunfights. Just going through all the calculations in his head. So many decisions to make. The mind of every commander. What can we do? What do we need to do? What is the secret sauce? Is it reallocating bodies? Is it a bombing run, an airhead, a supply drop, telling this SL to do that? This SL over there to do this? Maybe we need more tanks. Maybe we need another couple solo P4s to rush the hard cap. Who do we have to do that? Oh, they're currently in a tank. Damn. Anyone else want to drive a tank? Maybe we need a supply truck. Oh, those things that go on a commander's mind. Oh, I got to run encouraged. Oh, time to run generate munitions, generate fuel, generate manpower. Do I need to dismantle a garrison? Are we at garrisons? What's our limit? Should we dismantle this one? Should we put an OP there? Nope! Macaulay comes over to the back and guns down the tank, remember. And this crew is down to 2. North Rage and Windsor in this one. Recon plane going up north to south. We have the IS-1 pushing up from the top right. Axis armor is marked down there on the road. Panther also moving up the road. Panzer IV is not that far away. Macaulay's right behind. I'm guessing it's marked. Yeah, it's marked. Just need some AT to spawn in. Foxtrot looking to get down an outpost. Maybe Tavs. Tavs right in the back. Oh, Mo comes back and gets the revenge kill. Oh, Mo with the pistol. Heavy movement down to the south, and we have the T-34 to the back, couple repair stations. Lumberyard safe and secure. Axis have squashed out everything. We do have one more deep garrison down to the bottom left. So that will be an option. But the radar network for this Axis is pretty good. I mean, nothing really there that to exploit. The only thing would be a random toss of an airhead over here to the east, but you're talking about a couple percentage chance of succeeding for that one. Really even game. I mean, no, I don't sense any lopsided advantage for anybody. Let's go over to St. Mary's and see what we got. I think we've been focused on that side of the map for the longest time. Let's go over here to St. Mary's, see what we got going on. Also, don't think we've seen any peace strikes. Bombing run on its way over to the front line, and I think it may have just enough distance to get that garrison just by the edge. We'll check on the map here in a moment. See if he was able to get it. Oh, it was! Just barely. Right on the border. St. Mary's is in Axis control, but I mean, yeah, just not enough bodies to really do something with it, as obviously the majority of the Axis troops are focused on the front door. Yeah, no half-track plays as far as I could see tonight. Axis have gotten a little bit closer to the front door. Just a smidgen. P4 right there, repair. A nice one. A mark on that. Pretty sure North Rage got flung off and then knocked out by that enemy tank. IS-1 gets clapped from the back. We have a Tiger, or no, Panther over here. I don't think we've seen one Tiger tonight. I think it's all been all Panthers. But now, can the Axis press this advantage? Do they have what it takes? We have only one Soviet tank up to the top, the T-34. They're far as away. I gotta see if they're able to at least get one outpost across the road up here and try to flood the hard cap. Progress did begin, but it's literally just one blueberry over there in the middle of the lumberyard. Pharaoh's Lair inside, Commander Chick-fil-A going back with tabs and support. Transport truck over to the far left with lost saws. A couple more blueberries over here to the rears. I think the Panther needs to go into the hard cap here to help out. Just find a nice safe spot behind the building. Try to get some circle cap weight maybe. Right now I think they're duking it out with long range with that T-34. Panzer 4, kick it into fourth gear over to the right. I mean, if the Axis have a chance, it'd be right now. No airhead call yet. We have that one outpost. I'm pretty sure this outpost is filled. Push up to the front line. Looks good. We got some backline squad leads as well. North Rage Yinzer. Nope. Remote. Precision strike called in. Over here to the back on this Panther. This will be coming in from this side of the map. Maybe a little bit hard to see. We'll see if they hit the Panther. Oh, just a little bit off. Made pretty much a perfect mark though. Just not able to sink it. Tanks are outside of the circle, everybody. Panzer IV got the T-34 to deal with. The T-34 is behind the head shed. T-34 gets clapped. Oh, but a rocket comes in from Florida Man and sinks it. Florida Man. OP gets burned. Thunderbird. Gets Thunderbird. Harrison down to the south. And then we have the Gary up to the north there. That's blinking a little bit. I was wondering if the grenade was going to go off as soon as beatbox started right out of there. Camp progress continues for the Axis a little bit. More raspberries coming throughout the hard camp here. Supply drop over to the left. Soviets still have the spawn over there to the southwest, everybody, but remember they got to work their way back across snowy open fields in order to get to the circle. Reinforce was dropped. Couple blueberries coming over here to the rears. Burn one outpost. Soviets trying to bring in more into the sector than ever. They did lose their armor support, so we just... Oh, actually, we have one recon tank over here to the left. Cap goes back in favor. 21 minutes left to go. Clown car. Maybe find a nice little safe spot. Look at that. Nice and cozy. Poking out for some additional vision. And the Soviets will hold, at least for the time being. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like the Axis armor could have gotten into the hard cap and just positioned themselves behind the buildings and waited for the Soviet armor to come to them. Just provide some extra hard cap weight. Lost Sauce is going to mark this. Lumberyard holds. We got the... Of course, the Axis armor could have gotten different intel. It could very well could be the possibility. Maybe they heard a tank was coming up or something, which would totally justify them staying where they stood. Okay, we have an area bombing run combo over to Distillery. Bombing run's going to go through. Took out one already. We'll get St. Vlad and Florida Man. Florida Man survives. Of course Florida Man survives. He's Florida Man. Airhead is... Did it already land? Oh, it did. Okay, it did. Airhead right behind the house. Florida Man. They may not know he's there. It's there. Nope, Florida Man goes the other way. Airhead's going to be alive right there in the middle of the hard cap. Well, not middle of the hard cap, but just south. Big, juicy spawn wave. Florida Man. Oh, Florida Man. Whoa, what a nice defense there, buddy. Major Dementia silo. Major Dementia got a few from the back as well. Man, what a nice wipe. Mamma mia, they were surging forward. Oh, no. Silo, buddy. Major Dementia. Did the OP get... Oh, no, Airhead's still alive. Oh, no, they don't know about the Airhead. Silo. Silo gonna put down a satchel here. He doesn't know exactly what's going on, but... No, he doesn't put a satchel down. Okay, he holds it. And the Airhead will be alive and well. Florida Man. Florida Man. There he goes, there he goes. No spawn wave. One spawn wave, Denny. No! Okay. And the Airhead gets taken out. Got a supply drop coming over there to the right side. Axis still have some bodies hanging around. One squad lead included. Beatbox. Silo does put the satchel on the corner. OP is not there. Beatbox is trying to find a new spot for it. Got a POV of Beatbox. Danny and Toggle Wolf exchange some shots there. Take each other out. 17 minutes left to go. Once again, one capture only so far in this game, everybody. Thought we were going to see our second one, but Soviets were able to repulse the attack. Go check out St. Mary's. Got Jabaham. Arson's Bullet. Bilbo up top. Arsak's bullet takes the town. Javaham tries to fire a rocket up to the top, but does miss. Gonna go for another one here. Oh, he does get him on that one. Over here on the very far edge, we have Doctor. He's responsible for getting up that garrison over there to the left side. Or maybe it was already up, I'm not too sure. Soviets have one garrison to the left right there. Everything else is pretty much focused on the hard cap at the moment. So they're down to 3 active garrisons. We have a supply drop coming over there to the top right. We're getting up another one there momentarily. Soviets trying to make a push down here to the bottom right to get across to Lumberyard. Actually, there's a decent force there. We have Mike, Fox, and Item OPs. Potentially could go up any moment with the Blueberry fighting around the house. George Squad coming in. The OP most likely right there behind it. Okay, George Squad puts... Yep, there you go. OP comes on in. Gonna hold the position down there. Distillery looks good. One OP gets established right there in the hard cap. And Doctor will look to get some action here. Big old buddy. AFK. Oh no! Oh, big old buddy takes the shot. Oh, man. Do the Soviets have what it takes? Macaulay, Lost Sauce, in the hard cap. OP's placed. Will we see a quick 12-person dash right here in the middle of the circle? Got it, Sarah? Get a POV. Got it, Sarah. Nope, nope. POV's not working. I tell you what, everybody. You just never know. Never know what's going to work when it's not. So far, the majority of you have said, no, I will not pre-order Helios Vietnam. You know, that's been the trend this weekend throughout my polls. No pre-orders. Although, it's funny seeing on Instagram the posts about Vietnam. One person will say, don't pre-order it. The next person will say, oh my gosh, I just pre-ordered this. I'm so excited. It's just funny to see that back and forth like that. Blueberries inside the circle. With a little bit of coverage they can. Raspberries trying to work their way back in. Taco Wolf beatbox. It's looking good here for the Soviets, but they do have the P4 maybe, or the Brumbar. Cool, trying to figure out. Okay, so lining up the gun real quick. Looking to blast it. That gets one right there. Every one of these frags is so big. Got it, Sarah. Trying to push up to the Brumbar. Panzer Force crashing too. Okay, so good job by Axis Armor Crews. Responding to the need for cap weight. And Cole's just going to be pumping these rounds and knocking them out one by one. The P4 comes in. Going to be able to burn the outposts. Well, the Brumbar is too. Gotta remember that. Brumbar is a little bit OP if you're able to work it right. And just stomp OPs one by one. Okay. It did look bad, but the Axis responded. One IS-1 coming in from the north there. Distillery still has, look at the get maybe another replacement garrison up there from Beer Destroyer. Arsox bullet still up to the top in the church with the MG. Just trying to help control all this ground. T-34 booking it right up here on the front, trying to disrupt the Axis front line. Falling. The T-34 was tracked, I believe. Yeah, they're tracked. Panther forward should have a shot on him. Another round comes into the side. Katyusha's falling. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a Katyusha take out a tank before, but E4 just took out. Silo chilling over here to the back of the hard camp. Rifle at the ready. Minutes, 20 seconds left. 1,500 manpower, 1,800 fuel, 285 munitions. I have to imagine that the Axis have somewhere around the same amount. Airheads up from both sides are off cooldown. If this stays this way, this probably will be the first 30s match where I've only seen one cap. It would be the first one, I'm pretty sure. Silo dismantling an Axis garrison with under 7 minutes left, disrupting their ability to launch their front door attack, and shoots the commander right in the back after getting hit by a Molotov. Panzer IV looking to shore up the front line. Help out any way possible. We have another Puma circling around to the rears as well. Good use of armor by the Axis. They need to go to the left, buddies, and get those OPs. I think that rocket engined him, though. And now they're out in the open. I sharded St. Land. Both squad leads here. Most likely with some OPs with, get some Rocketeers. Grip and Rip trying to do some repairs here. Out in the white. Wide open. I am shocked. Oh, wait, hold on. OP up to the back. Artillery, airhead. Axis giving it a little bit of a whirl here. Going after the SPA. Emmett Otter. Satchel placed, I'm assuming. Yep, it is cooking. Down she goes, and somehow... Oh, Emmett Otter did die. Took the blast for Bobby, I'm pretty sure. Alrighty, and these Soviets are losing distillery with 5 minutes left. Airheads landing. Bombing run called in. Germans throwing everything at this. And the Soviets they got a garrison over to the west, but the artillery strike is coming in on it. The Puma's crashing the hard cap. Panzer IV is crashing the hard cap. This is exactly what you want to see. Armor just needs to find a safe spot in the circle, maximize the cap weight, and then they just got to hold for a few minutes. Oh my gosh, that came out of nowhere. Rumbar's crashing the point two. Cool. Oh, they hit each other though. Just find a safe spot, buddies. Find a safe spot. Rumbar pulls up into the circle, maximizing the cap weight. What I said before, Taco Wolf protecting the airhead, maybe? Or is the airhead wiped? Oh, the airhead got wiped. Okay, so they were without the airhead, but maybe they don't even need it. And the Axis cap with under 4 minutes left. Oh my gosh, there's still time for the Soviets to counterattack, but Mamma Mia. Puma gets knocked out, toothpick, piece of shit. Piece of sheet, get one round on the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV ricochets. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the T-34 is gonna have a chance. No, they do. They take out 2 Axis tanks. Right here in the middle of the circle. Oh, that's big. Brumbar around the corner. T-34 is gonna go for the Brumbar. Axis supplies just dropped. Form recon looking to place the garrison, baby. Oh, and the T-34 gets the triple kill. Oh my gosh, what a comeback. Oh, they get smacked by the AT, but still, big value. Big spawn wave comes in, working their way down to the south. Katusha falling over here to the bottom. Should have a strafing run ready to go for the Soviets as well. Blueberries work their way back. The most unexpected ending ever. I mean, it looked like, honestly, I thought it was going to be just one cap. Soviets coming into the circle. Pharaoh's Lair, Major Dementia, Arsak's Bullet. Did the garrison get established? I don't. They got a garrison down here across the border and the garrison to the west. Okay, so the Axis bringing all their bodies right now to the hard cap, but the Soviets are flooding in too. It's going to be a fight to see who gets inside the circle first. Oh, man, the Soviets are jumping forward. Can they get in time? Flickers. Oh, my God, they started the cap. They started the cap. They started the cap. They started the cap. Oh, my gosh. I'm pretty sure they started the cap right before. I think it was literally at the 1 second mark. Strafing run comes through. Blueberries? Oh, no, that's it. Okay. Oh, man, the satchel. Oh, they stacked the building, too, just to help maximize the cap plate. Oh, oh, man, I thought that was going to be super close. That would have been, I think, literally with either 1 second left or we would have known at the game end. Oh, it's crazy. Alrighty, well, fun ending. That was good. It was a very long back and forth between both sides. Mamma mia. The Axis would gain some ground. Soviets would push them back. Axis would gain some ground. Soviets would push them back. But the Axis cap with under 5 minutes left to go. Backline OP, front door airhead, tank push. All three getting the hard cap to maximize the cap plate. They all three die, but it doesn't matter. Infantry able to come out and help win the game. Alrighty, buddy. Well, GG's. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button before you take off. And if you want to, hit that subscribe as well. Gonna be, I think, offline for the rest of today. Should be back online tomorrow for Band of Brothers Monday. That'll be around 2:30 p.m. Eastern or so. That's a mixed competitive PC event. Oh man, what a heartbreaking loss though for the Soviets. You held for 86 minutes. 86 minutes holding the point. But then the Axis come away with a surprise push just when they needed it and come out today as the victor. Alrighty, well, kudos to the Axis for the 3-2 victory. Very, very hard-fought game. Very, very, very hard-fought game. Oh, my gosh. Okay, everybody, well, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one, buddy.